Yo, what's up, dreamers? Welcome back to Stage 4 Dreams, the coolest place where you learn to speak up, stand tall, and shine bright. Today, we're talking about something huge, something that even adults get wrong sometimes. What if I told you that saying sorry doesn't make you weak? Nope, not even a little bit. Saying sorry doesn't make you weak. In fact, it takes real courage to say those two little words. I'm sorry. Maybe you've heard people say that apologizing is for wimps, or that it means you lost. But let's think about that for a minute. Imagine you're playing a game with your friends. You get caught up in the excitement, and maybe you say something you didn't mean, or you accidentally bump into someone a little too hard. The game stops. There's this awkward silence. You know what happened wasn't cool, but you're not sure what to do next. That's when saying sorry comes in. It's easy to pretend nothing happened, or to blame someone else. But deep down, you know the truth. When you say sorry, you're not just fixing what went wrong. You're showing everyone that you care about their feelings. You're saying, hey, I messed up, but I want to make it right. That's not weakness, that's strength. Think about superheroes for a second. They save the day, but even they make mistakes. Sometimes they knock over a building or scare someone by accident. But the best superheroes own up to their mistakes. They apologize and then they try to fix things. That's what makes them heroes. Not just their superpowers, but their super hearts. You can be a hero too, every time you say sorry when it matters. Now, let's talk about what happens when you don't say sorry. Maybe you feel embarrassed, or you're worried people will think less of you. But usually, the opposite is true. When you apologize, people respect you more. They see that you're honest and that you care about them. It's like building a bridge, brick by brick. Every time you say sorry, you're adding another brick to that bridge, connecting you to your friends, your family, your classmates. Sometimes saying sorry can feel scary. Maybe you think the other person will be mad, or that it won't make a difference. But imagine if everyone was too scared to apologize. There'd be a lot more hurt feelings and a lot fewer friendships. Saying sorry is like pressing the reset button. It gives everyone a chance to start over, to move on, to laugh together again. Let's make this real. Picture this. You're at lunch, and you accidentally spill your juice all over your friend's drawing. It's ruined. You see the look on their face. Sad, maybe even angry. You could pretend it wasn't your fault, or you could just walk away. But what if you looked them in the eye and said, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to mess up your drawing. Can I help you make a new one? Suddenly, you're not just the person who made a mistake. You're the person who cared enough to make it right. That's powerful. Or maybe you're at home and you snap at your little brother or sister because you're tired or frustrated. Later, you see them looking hurt. You could ignore it, but what if you went over and said, hey, I'm sorry I was mean to you earlier. I was upset, but it wasn't your fault. You might be surprised at how quickly things get better. Sometimes, a simple sorry is all it takes to turn a bad moment into a good one. Saying sorry doesn't mean you're always wrong and the other person is always right. It just means you value the relationship more than your pride. You're willing to put their feelings ahead of your own ego. That's not weakness, that's maturity. And guess what? Even adults struggle with this sometimes. So if you can learn to say sorry now, you're already ahead of the game. Let's flip the script for a second. Have you ever been hurt by someone and they didn't apologize? Maybe it felt like they didn't care, or like your feelings didn't matter. Now imagine if they had said sorry. It probably would have made a big difference, right? That's the power you have. You can be the person who makes things better just by being brave enough to say you're sorry. And here's a secret. The more you practice apologizing, the easier it gets. It's like building a muscle. At first, it might feel awkward or uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the stronger you get. And soon, you'll be the kind of person who isn't afraid to own up to mistakes. Someone everyone trusts and respects. You might be thinking, but what if someone laughs at me for apologizing? That can happen, but it doesn't mean you did the wrong thing. Sometimes, people laugh because they're surprised, or because they don't know how to react. But deep down, most people appreciate honesty and kindness. And even if they don't show it right away, your apology can plant a seed. It can help them see that it's okay to be real, to be human, to care about others. Let's make a promise to ourselves. The next time we mess up, even if it's something small, we'll be brave enough to say sorry. Not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it makes us stronger, kinder, and more awesome friends. Remember, saying sorry doesn't erase what happened, but it opens the door to forgiveness. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. And in a world where everyone is trying to look tough or act cool, being real is the coolest thing you can be. So the next time you find yourself in a tough spot, take a deep breath. Think about how you'd feel if the roles were reversed. And then, if you know you've hurt someone, don't be afraid to say those two powerful words, "I'm sorry." You'll be surprised at how much better you and everyone around you will feel. You've got this. You have the power to make things right, to build stronger friendships, and to show the world that real strength comes from the heart. Saying sorry isn't weak. It's one of the bravest things you can do, and that's something to be proud of. Smash that like button if you've ever said sorry and meant it. Subscribe to Stage 4 Dreams for more power-packed life skills. And comment below, what's one moment you were brave enough to say sorry? Remember, dream big, be kind, and don't forget, saying sorry is a superpower.